So here, I'm going to try and explain this the best that I can understand it. Here's a circle. Let's say that this circle is the original creation, the story, and it goes around in a circle. Okay, I broke it here because I'm just splitting the circle. So here it is, and this is the whole story, right? Again, it's broken right here because there has to be an end point to a beginning. That's how it works here. You've seen this logo on electronic devices for power, except it goes down into here like this. Anyway, so if everything is fractal, it means the next time around, right? The next time around is going to be the same story, except it's going to be a little bit smaller, okay? It's going to be the same story, but it's going to be different characters, but same story. Or rewritten. It's the same story rewritten again, except with different characters. Example, the World Trade Center, 3,000 people supposedly died. That was the number they gave. In the Old Testament, Samson pushed the two pillars, which are the same as the two towers. Samson pushed the two pillars and killed, and it says exactly 3,000 Philistines. Same story. The next time it goes around, it's a little bit smaller. This circle's getting tighter. Now it's different characters, but it's the same story. Instead of it being Eve that fucked up in the garden, this time it's Jezebel betraying man. Right? The next time it goes around, it's a little bit smaller. Are you starting to see the pattern here? And this goes on and on and on. At least you're seeing it here from this vantage. And I can keep doing this, and I can keep telling the same story over and over in a bunch of different ways. You see? Different people, same story. The two brothers, and this is not in any way, shape, or form trying to explain what God is or what Jesus is. Absolutely not. But this is what our reality is, as far as I can see. And this just goes on and on. You'll see this logo in the James Bond movies. When the gun goes across at the very beginning, you'll see this. I believe McCleary laughingly said, well, they do it through the eclipse. Well, this is an eclipse. If we go back, that's an eclipse. This is what you see of the moon symbol. It's just a cycle. It's just a cycle, and it goes round and round and round and round and round. Do you understand? You get what I'm saying? It goes round and round, and it goes round and round, and it's the same story all over again. So technically, if we were to look at this story in the center, if we did reverse engineering of that story, we should be able to see, even though it's gone on and on and on and on, we should be able to see the original story from a fractal or a small portion of this little teeny story. You will get a portion of the bigger story. But if we look here, you have to understand, I think this is how they've drawn it. They've drawn this in another configuration, which I have to freehand this, so bear with me. Try not to laugh. They've drawn it like this. Instead of drawing it in this fashion, they drew it as a spiral, but it's really the same thing. That's how I see what's going on here. And I can show you a story that if you did the reverse, I could just call it reverse engineering. If you play it backwards, you're gonna get a look at the bigger picture instead of the smaller one. So I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all the same story, and it goes around and around and around. Different name characters, exact same story. Hence, there's nothing new under the sun. Because it's one big ass cycle that goes round and round. But people keep rewriting the same story with the same events. The World Trade Centers were designed to be dropped because they were a story of something happened long before that. Those guys know that. They have the playbook, so they designed them to be dropped because it's the same old song. And the firemen represent the dudes that were involved.